Unfreaking believable. The Oakland Raiders have officially released Antonio Brown as per their Twitter account at Raiders on Twitter. This following a crazy, tumultuous saga, maybe the craziest offseason we've ever seen for one football team. What's up, folks? Fred Richani, TSC, your home for sports news updates, interviews, and everything in between. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. It looks like the only time you're going to see AB play for the Oakland Raiders is in Madden because he has been released. The Raiders have voided his $29 million guarantee, which begs the question, how is it a guarantee if they could void it? And now Antonio Brown has no guaranteed money and is officially a free agent. Now let's just recap this briefly, okay? He gets traded for a couple of picks to the Raiders. People criticize the Steelers because it seems like they didn't get a huge haul for one of the best wide receivers of this generation. Then he goes to a cryogenic chamber a month or two ago and doesn't wear the proper footwear. He goes to one in France and gets serious frostbite on his feet that could keep him out for the foreseeable future. Then the NFL, which instituted a ban on certain helmets a couple years ago, banned his helmet, and he went crazy and tried to file all kinds of grievances and lost, and then ended up getting an endorsement deal. But hey, it caused some drama. It caused some friction. He talked about retiring because of a freaking helmet. There was that. Then there's the point of contention of, does he really want to play? Is he a head case? Is he this? Is he that? And there's a lot of back and forth. Jon Gruden seemed to have his back publicly. Mike Mayock said you're either all in or all out, the GM of the Raiders, which I didn't think that was the best thing to do. And it came to a head this week. The other day, major scuffle between Mike Mayock and Antonio Brown. Some people say that Antonio Brown called him a cracker. He denies it. Who cares, honestly? I mean, it's two alpha male dudes getting into it. Granted, you shouldn't be threatening violence or hurling insults at your boss, but from what I understand, Mike Mayock has not exactly ingratiated himself well into the Oakland culture, whereas a lot of players seem to really like Jon Gruden, despite the fact he willingly got rid of Khalil Mack last year. But that's neither here nor there. So then, apparently, AB is going to be suspended. Then, after that, it turns out he's going to play because Jon Gruden spoke to him, smoothed things over. Jon Gruden is the 10-year man, 10 years, $100 million with the Oakland Raiders. He's clearly got more power than Mike Mayock. And they had a talk. They're good. AB just yesterday publicly apologized to the team. And then at night, before I went to bed, AB posted a fake Nike ad or a Nike-esque ad narrated to the conversation he had with Jon Gruden that was in private, that was made public by AB. Which is insane. So, hey, water under the bridge, right? A little weird. Jon Gruden seemed to take it in stride and say what you want about Jon Gruden being a hard ass. He seemed to be cool with that. And here we are, not even 24 hours later, it's like 8 hours later. AB goes on Instagram requesting his release. And we find out shortly after from ESPN's Adam Schefter that he wants his release because, well, they find him in upwards of over $200,000 for conduct detrimental to the team, And I guess there was some type of clause or trigger that allowed them to void all his guarantees, which is crazy. Now, look, I don't want to defend AB. I don't like AB right now. He was one of my favorite players to watch. I have a lot of respect for him as a player. As a person, I think he has handled this unbelievably unprofessionally, and 99% of the players in this league would not be in this situation. However, it does look really bad when a team can give somebody a quote-unquote guaranteed contract only to be able to void it. And yes, Antonio Brown was a prick. He's been unprofessional from the get-go. But you got dudes like Tyreek Hill in the league who are also great players who have allegedly beaten women, who have allegedly threatened to beat up their own children, who have gotten in trouble with the law. You got dudes who have had DUIs and driven drunk. You've had dudes in the past that have killed people. You've had dudes in the past that have done all kinds of awful things. And did I see their contracts voided? Now, you can make the argument, well, these players aren't problems on the field. They're problems off the field. And they're not problems in the locker room. They're problems when they leave the football premises. And okay, You can make that argument, but you're going down a very slippery slope here because any free agent now that's going to have options, okay? I'm not talking about the middle-of-the-road guys. I'm not talking about the guys at the end of their career trying to get one big contract. I'm talking about dudes that have options. Let's just say, I don't know. Let's just throw out a name. Let's just say Jadeveon Clowney or Russell Wilson magically became a free agent right now. They'd have plenty of suitors. Are the Oakland Raiders going to be their first choice? No, absolutely not. And again, I got nothing that good to say about Antonio Brown right now, but the Oakland Raiders for the last, 20 years or so have been associated with some really shady tactics, really shady hirings, really shady firings. And again, AB made his own bed. I'm not trying to defend the dude. I'm just saying the optics here look really bad. And when you're about to be going to a new market in Las Vegas, when you need to put asses in seats, when you're trying to get big free agents and contend for a Super Bowl and all this other crap, the Khalil Mack deal, this whole deal, it ain't cool. I mean, it's one thing that, okay, to avoid like $10 million or $15 million, but $30 million? I got to believe the NFLPA is going to get involved in this. And if AB doesn't get the NFLPA involved in this, then maybe he really is an idiot. I don't know. But I want to hear from all of you. What do you think about this unfortunate Raiders Antonio Brown saga? What the hell is going to happen with Antonio Brown? Is he going to end up on the Patriots for cheap or Dallas or one of these contending teams and destroy everybody? I could see that happening. And even if the Patriots don't pick him up, some way Bill Belichick wins, right? Some way he just wins. Also, if you're the Raiders, what the hell do you do next? Let me know. Leave a comment below. If you enjoyed this update, please like, share, take care. Don't forget to subscribe and enable notifications for more updates like this on YouTube and Facebook. And as always, enjoy the games and, well, best of luck to AB.